Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. I'm an addict and my sobriety date is July 13th of 2015. Before we get into this video, if you don't mind, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notification bell. That way you will be made aware of every single time I go live. Tonight, you guys, we are going live at 6:10, and then we are all going to head over to the MARA meeting at 6:30. So I hope you guys will join us. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to be sharing my experience, strength, and hope tonight, and I hope you'll join me and do it with me. Okay? All right, so let's get into this video. I want to talk about Suboxone tonight, you guys. I have so many videos on my channel about Suboxone, and I feel personally responsible to speak about certain stigmatizing things that are said that are stigmatizing around the maintenance medication community, around those of us that are utilizing these medications, and how, you know, deadly and how irresponsible and detrimental these statements that people say can be to other addicts that are fighting for their lives. So it was brought to my attention that somebody in the community had said something the other night about Suboxone and heroin being the same thing. And it's these kind of statements that are made that are just made just like you don't even think, it just flies off your tongue, that are so dangerous. Let me tell you guys a story that happened 2 days ago. And I read it over in the Reddit thread, and it's really important. You need to hear it out. So there's a Redditor that I know, and they had wrote into Reddit today and posted. And if you guys want to go, it's in the R Suboxone Reddit. Their friend died of an overdose 2 days ago. Their friend was very involved in Narcotics Anonymous. Absolutely, like, went to all the meetings, had a sponsor, was doing the 12 steps, and had been sober for 2 years working the 12 steps in Narcotics Anonymous. But she was also on Suboxone. And she hadn't told anybody because she was afraid to tell them. And after 2 years, she finally built up the confidence to tell her home group that she was on Suboxone. Well, after she told them, they of course all told her that she wasn't clean and that she needed to get off of it and that she wasn't in recovery, and they were pressuring her. And she caved and she listened to them and she got off of Suboxone. Well, she ended up relapsing. She relapsed on heroin and she tried to get back on track, but she was unsuccessful. And 2 days ago, she died of a heroin overdose. People need to understand something. If you are not a medical doctor, you have no business telling another addict or alcoholic what they need to do with medication. Okay? It's dangerous and it's irresponsible. If you have a platform and you're speaking about recovery on your platform, you need to make it very clear that you're not a medical doctor and that you don't know what you're talking about when you're speaking about certain things. Now, I have extensive experience with Suboxone. I also work with Dr. B, okay? I've had him on my channel several times because what we believe in, what I support harm reduction. I support supporting the addict to wherever they need to get to where they're going. I'm not about pressuring people and forcing an abstinence way on people, you guys. And you're going to learn that here on my channel. At the beginning, when I first started my channel, I was very into the 12 steps. But the longer that I have stayed sober and the longer that I have been involved in the 12 steps and with other people who are in the 12 steps, I have realized that that is more of what I don't want to be a part of. I don't want to be a part of a group of people who thinks that they're better than others because they are abstinent. I don't want to be a part of a group of people that shame other addicts because of a medication that they're on. And I almost feel like I need to go back and take down so many videos, because what I am about here on this channel has changed. It's shifted. I want to support you guys no matter what pathway you're in or on or taking. I want to support you guys no matter where you're at in your recovery. And I know that not everyone's goal is to be abstinent. I know that not everyone is able to obtain abstinence. And you know what? I don't even know if that's what I want anymore. You know what I want? I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. I want to have my family and my son. And you know what? I've got all those things. So you know what? I feel really good about my recovery. And I'm going to have 5 years, you guys, in July. I've never been able to stay sober this long in my life. And I'm only on 1 milligram of Suboxone. And I am on Lexapro and Wellbutrin, and it saves my life, you guys. I have to take those medications for my mental health. It helps me. But, you know, it just pushes me away from the fellowship of AA because of the way I see people act as if that's the only thing that people can do. It's not. Not everyone is trying to get to that point. Not everybody wants that, you know, and it's just not something that a lot of people can't obtain it. But anyways, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to talk about the difference between Suboxone and heroin. So let me go ahead and break it down for you. It's really simple, actually. Okay, so heroin is an opiate, a full opiate, all right? When you take heroin into your body, you get high, okay? It lowers your respiratory breathing. You get all kinds of warm feeling all over you, and it's just strong. Suboxone doesn't do that. Suboxone is a partial opioid agonist. Suboxone is combined buprenorphine and naloxone, okay? Naloxone is simply there to deter people from injecting it. It doesn't do anything else. Buprenorphine is what blocks other opiates from being able to enter the system. If a person that was on Suboxone was to take heroin or oxy, Suboxone would knock it out. And so they wouldn't be able to get that high from that drug. That's why this medication works so well for addicts that are heroin addicts. So, also, Suboxone is amazing because it has a sealing effect. And that's why a lot of doctors are using it to treat and help heroin addicts, because it reaches a certain ceiling in your system and it plateaus out. So there's no euphoria. You don't go up or down. You can take, I could sit down and take 7 Suboxones and I would feel the same way. It's not going to do anything because of that ceiling effect that is reached by the medication. That's why it's such a great medication to treat opiate addiction, because you can't abuse it. The only way you can abuse it is if you are diverting your medication. The only way you can abuse it is if you're not taking it every day. Okay? Like you would have to skip 3 days, 4 days in between each dose, and that's just a hassle. If you want to do that, that's on you. That's not what I'm about. I'm really about utilizing this medication to save my life and to help me stay sober. The stigma behind Suboxone, I don't know why it is so strong with other addicts, but so many addicts judge other addicts that are utilizing Suboxone. You wouldn't even know that I was on Suboxone, you guys, if I didn't tell you. Nobody would know. If I just came on here and I said, my name's Nicole and my sobriety date is July 13th, 2015, you wouldn't know. But I've chosen to be honest about that because I want to help other people that are in the same position I am. And that's the reason why I started this whole channel, was because of the judgment and the ridicule and the people who acted as if they supported me when they really didn't. You can't support somebody and say that you think that they're on heroin. That's the exact opposite of supporting them. Because heroin was what I was getting away from. And I have accomplished so much since getting off of that shit. I have almost 5 years. I have my son back in my life. I have a home. I have a car. I have my husband. When I was on dope, you guys, I couldn't do anything. All I did was fiend out. All I did was search for that drug. I couldn't live a healthy lifestyle on heroin. And today on Suboxone, I'm able to live a healthy lifestyle. I'm able to be in recovery. And I could not do that when I was shooting heroin. I could not do that when I was shooting methamphetamine. So if I look like I'm on heroin and I'm still abusing drugs, then that's a new one to me. But I just think that we need to be better. If you're in this community and you support everyone, then you need to understand that not everyone's path is going to be the same as yours. And not everybody is trying to reach abstinence. If that's your thing and that's what makes you happy and you enjoy doing that, I'm proud of you for doing it. You know, I look up to people that are able to stay abstinent, but I'm never going to be able to do that. I have to take mental health medications. I have to, you know, but nobody ever says anything about somebody who's on Xanax or Lexapro or what about alcoholics who have 20 years sober that are taking Xanax or hydrocodone because they have pain and anxiety? Nobody ever questions them on whether they're sober or not. Why is there such a judgment surrounding maintenance medication? Why do people think that we're less than? You know, why do people think that we're on heroin still? Like, it's beyond me, and it's so dangerous and irresponsible to say those kind of things. And it's hurtful. Most of all, it's hurtful. It's hurtful, especially when you think people that you thought were supportive of you, they just don't even care. And that's what makes it hard, because I've gone out of my way to help many people here on YouTube. And I feel like they just spit in my face by not being supportive to me. You know, what you say, it can hurt people. And when you have a platform and people look up to you, because they're going to, you say things that can hurt them. I know, because I've been there and I've learned from experience. So here on this channel, we support you no matter what. We don't care if you're on maintenance. We don't care if you are not sober. We don't care if you're still in your addiction. We don't care if you're an alcoholic. We don't care if you're a drug addict. We don't care if you're black, white, Asian. We don't care what it is. All we want is for you to come here and enjoy the friendliness and the unity and the fellowship that we provide here, and we all come together. You know, I think it's really important for people to start realizing that this is 2020. Things are a lot different now. And so, if we could all just open our hearts and our minds, it'd be a lot better.